Joining us now, ladies and gentlemen, I believe is one of the founders and owners of this tournament. Obviously, an absolute legend in the basketball world, business acumen through the roof, author, ladies and gentlemen, Chris Paul. Yeah. Hey, I got you. All right, sweet. CP.
How's it going, man?
Chris.
Appreciate it.
Man, great to see you, dude. The headset should be good, yeah, I think. Hopefully. You need a cold sub too, we can get in the garbage cans.
I went and worked out this morning.
Dude, I don't know. You're in shape though, still. I'm running on these fields for like 45 seconds at a time. I'm going to get Toradol today. And
don't do the Toradol.
No, I'm doing. Hey, Chris.
Don't do that.
Chris.
Yeah.
I want all the Toradol in North Carolina. Okay, that is what I'm doing. Let's talk about TST. Yeah. You're one of the owners of this thing, right?
Yes, sir.
Congratulations on the smash and success. And for making it.
Appreciate y'all being here.
And no problem. Lucky to be here. So the basketball tournament obviously started this entire thing. Yep. $1 million prize, put teams together. Let's go ahead and do this thing. Then the soccer guys, the two co-founders, I met them. They said they saw that. They pitched. They said soccer would be good. How'd you get involved? And then how many years you've been involved? Because I learned of this last year. And then this year seems to be even bigger, Chris. You guys are crushing it.
Yeah, so I got involved in the basketball tournament. And the way that happened was I was watching the games during the summer, and I looked, and I was like, man, I'm seeing a lot of guys that I played against in college, and it's competitive. And then I seen that you get a chance to win $1 million, right? And so reached out to my brother. We reached out to John. Boom, got a part of that.
And then soccer comes on. You're like, I'd like to be a part of that as well?
Yeah, so it's, John and all, we talk, we have meetings about all types of things, and so we was like TST, the soccer tournament, because we could do that with just about anything, but you want to see how it works. So last year was the first year we did it right here in Cary, and it was a learning experience, you know what I mean? But it's one of those things that you got to be here to feel it, to see what it's like. And that's why I'm happy that y'all came here. We appreciate it.
Dude, it is awesome.
It's so sick.
It is the grass, Chris. This might be the greatest grass I've ever. I mean, legit. I don't want to put over like the city as much as I have because, like I haven't seen every single part of Cary.
It's a great city and a very great state, might I add.
Yeah, okay, shout out Wake. I agree.
Including Duke.
We've been saying this the whole time.
What did you say something about Duke?
Including Duke. Yeah.
No, they hate Duke.
No, you said state. I mean, Duke's
I'm from Winston-Salem.
Okay, just saying.
Hey, these people hate Duke around here. They absolutely hate it. But the grass, it feels all like just very easily set up. And now I know there's a lot of work behind it, which leads me to talking about you. You played basketball. How long have you been in the NBA?
Going into my 20th season.
Hell yeah.
That's not easy.
Come on.
Long time.
That's not easy. The amount of work you got to commit to your body, to your game, to everything. And then you also have this business acumen that is phenomenal. Obviously, we talked about you being the president of the MBPA, I think, for a while. I don't know if you're still doing that.
No.
You're out. Smart.
Yeah.
When you were doing that, we all thought it was very stupid. Like,
Too much.
I need you to get out of there.
8 years.
8 years. Thank you for your service.
Yeah.
Thank you for your service.
But I got to learn a lot, which is helping me in business.
Yes, you love the business world, I assume.
Absolutely.
Enjoy it. Like, this is fun for you to kind of feel it, build the brand, get into it. How many different things are you kind of...
I'm going to tell you this, Pat. How many years did you play?
8.
8, AJ? What about
11?
You know what I'm saying? And I asked that because this is just a snapshot of your life, right? You got to play 8 years. This is going into my 20th year. I just turned 39, right? It's a lot of life.
Happy birthday.
Yeah. I mean, this year I turned 39.
We missed a lot of birthdays.
Yeah.
We missed the last one too.
But y'all know, like I know, you gotta do something else. You know what I mean? You gotta do something else. So along this journey, you gotta figure out what you're into. When did you know you wanted to do this?
That's a great question. I have no idea.
Exactly. But you figured it out.
I did. During career.
Right.
Start thinking about next career.
Exactly. You got to do that, man.
But you got to keep the main thing.
No, don't get that twisted now.
Yeah.
That's what gives you the opportunity. Sometimes people only care what you think because of what you're doing.
Yes.
Right? Don't ever put the other things in front of the main thing. You know what I'm saying? But there's a lot of downtime. You know that.
Yes.
As a professional athlete.
How's the body feel 20 years in?
Body feels good. Went over to Cary Academy. Shout out to that school who let me come over there and work out.
That'd be Cary Academy.
Yeah.
Shot the lights out and that thing.
Yeah, me and TJ Warren went in there.
Oh, nice.
Got a workout in.
Okay, nice. A lot of people in here in the city. TJ Watt also walking around. I assume he's getting a workout somewhere in the side alongside JJ. The NBA, obviously, massive day today. The finals kind of tip off. This Celtics team, the conversation is if they don't win, blow it up. Like they were supposed to be in the finals, since the middle of the season, it seems like.
He did.
Why is it like that with that particular team? And do you think Kyrie and Luka have enough to maybe topple the odds-on favorite Celtics?
It's probably like that just because Boston's been there, right? They've been there. They've been to the finals. They won. I mean, he got the KG jersey on over here. You know what I mean?
Anything is possible.
2008, baby.
But at this point in the season, both teams feel like they can win. And Dallas, they've been building, they hooping, they believe in their team, and I honestly think, like, not even trying to, it's going to be a really good series.
Yeah, 6 or 7 is what everybody's saying. Connor's got a question for you.
How do you feel about the playoffs as a whole? Like, obviously, it's a 1 seed versus 6 seed, so in the West, it was a little more different. And going into the playoffs, that was the thing. Like, hey, the West is going to be great. The East is going to be the Celtics. How do you feel about the NBA as a whole? And do you think there needs to be a little more in the East? Do you think a guy has to kind of come over? Do you think injuries is
Well, it's funny. I've been in the West my whole career. Ain't never even been in the East. You know what I mean? So the West has been like that my whole career. But you can only play against who's in front of you. You know what I mean? And I didn't even realize there was a 1 seed and a 6 seed because Dallas is so good. Some of these teams, the seedings, depending on injuries, y'all know, you know, the seeding don't really mean nothing once you get to hooping.
Do teams think about that? Like for Dallas, during the year, it was like, hey, obviously they were kind of floating in that play-in game.
Right.
Do teams think, like, if it's a Luka and a Kyrie, hey, we just got to get through these 82? Like, we need to make sure that we're in that top 6?
You know, it's funny, like, I've been on the competition committee for a long time, too. So I remember when we introduced this play-in game and all this stuff.
Yeah.
So before the play-in game, it's like, guys, let's get through this season, right? Let's just get through healthy. But now with the play-in, I think teams are very like, we at least want to be a top 6 seed. Okay. You don't want to have to play any unnecessary games if you don't have to.
Yeah.
LeBron James said that Joe Mazzulla is a genius. How much does coaching come into play? Because I, as a non-basketball person, love watching basketball. But as a non-basketball playing person, I assume that your guys' basketball IQ is so high, coach just kind of has to keep personalities and everybody rowing in the same direction. I think what Mazzulla did against the Pacers was a couple different times he started attacking them differently. Coaching very important in the NBA?
Coaching is important. Coaching is important, but it depends on what type of team you have, right? Sometimes you might have so much talent that you just got to be like a manager of people, right? A manager of personalities. But depending on how young your team is, what the basketball IQ is of your team, there's nothing like going into a timeout knowing that your coach going to draw up a great play, right? And coaches that can communicate with their players, because y'all know when you play, you know, sometimes you like, man, we need to blitz this time. Damn it, we need to blitz. Yep. And so you want to have a coach that you can talk to about what's happening. You know what I mean? I'll let you know what you see. You let us know what we see. And I think Mazzulla, I mean, he's what, like 36, 37?
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So
youngest coach in the finals since 1966.
Bill Russell. Yeah.
Bill Russell.
Yeah, so I feel like he gets it. A lot of coaches get it and understand that dialogue is important.
Well, like listening to the dialogue and then actually enacting it is a whole different animal.
Yeah.
That's like a respect thing.
It's a respect thing. It's a pride thing. You got to understand we all got the same goal. I'm not trying to show you up. You ain't trying to show me up. We just trying to win.
Let's talk about Dan Hurley. Okay, I don't know. College guys in the NFL have not done what not. I mean, there's been a couple that have made it. Obviously, people say that like Pete Carroll was a college guy because he coached in college, but he started in the NFL.
Yeah.
All of our big-time coaches in college football have tried to make it in the NFL, and it's not gone well because it's two different humans, two different lifestyles, two different operations, and you don't have nearly as much control. How do you feel about Dan Hurley potentially getting the gig over there for the Lakers? And obviously you're tight with LeBron. How would he feel with somebody like Dan Hurley coming in there from what we know about him outside looking in?
Yeah, I don't know how he would feel, first and foremost. I don't know.
Speak for LeBron.
Go
Hey,
ahead.
speak for LeBron.
That's what's not going to happen. Right. But as far as Dan Hurley, I woke up just like y'all, you know, to that news or whatnot. And half of this stuff, you don't know if it's true. Right?
Well, Shams told us yesterday, JJ.
Bingo.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, Shams literally told us yesterday. He wasn't the only one. Everybody was
I know JJ. He was my teammate.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know what I mean?
He would have been good coach, you think, regardless.
Well, I'm just saying, you ain't necessarily got to believe everything you hear. You know what I mean? Like, no, I'm just saying, like, you play, right?
Yes. A lot of bullshit out there.
You used to have Aaron, right? Every, what was it, Monday? Tuesday. My bad. Players mess up too. Every Tuesday. Tuesday, right? So all the stuff that would be going out there circulating about him, you knew what was true and what was not.
Agreed.
Right? Same thing with all the other stuff saying that this is going to be the coach of that, right? So you just never know. But as far as Dan Hurley, I got so much respect for him because not just how he coaches, but how his players respond to him. You know, being players, you can see that when a coach is coaching, if everybody is like in the huddle, you know, like listening, you know, you can see the way that guys, like during a free throw, the body language, guys huddle up or whatnot. So I think ultimately, if he does make that decision, he'll definitely have that respect.
Is it tough? So you think you'll automatically have success because of it,
I ain't
respect?
say that about success.
No, I'm sorry,
Yeah.
but the respect because of the success that he had at college. You think?
Maybe, but it's a different game, and you're dealing with different things. Now with NIL, though, college kids getting money. You know what I mean? NBA guys getting money too. So I'm just as interested as y'all are to see what happens.
Go ahead, Ty.
Chris, obviously you still want to play. You feel like you've got a lot left to give, but you did a lot of the analyst stuff and around the panel, throughout the playoffs. Doing the media side of it, does that trigger anything? Like, like when I'm done, maybe I wouldn't mind being up there and starting something like, Shaq and Kenny and all those guys?
Not really. I'm going to tell you, it's funny because when I did the show, it was such a great time, right? Because I have a newfound respect for all that goes into it, right? The preparation. Y'all know, it's a lot.
Our show's a little different.
It's a little bit. But y'all can act like y'all don't know nothing. But y'all probably got an email chain or something. Y'all got production calls.
Yeah, group text. No production calls. But we got a group text.
Once upon a time.
No, never. Everything runs through the group text, Chris. And that's what, to be clear, we probably should do more of that other stuff you're talking about because we end up in some shit. But anyways, but go ahead. You were great on TV.
Appreciate it. But it was a lot that went into it. But at the end of the day, we was talking basketball. And I respected the people that I was up there with, but I'm still in the locker room. Right, so I'll tell you straight up, like when they were like, you want to pick? I ain't picking because the way that I'm wired, right? If you pick against me, we got a problem.
Right.
Don't come in the locker room and sit next to me. You know what I'm saying? We're going to have a conversation.
And that's what got Draymond in trouble a little bit because, he had the stuff with Rudy Gobert and Karl Anthony Towns and was kind of going at them a little bit. And then after Minnesota won that game, and all those guys were like, hey, just out of solidarity with our guys, we're not going to go do the post game.
But to each his own. You know what I'm saying? To each his own. And Draymond, who I have a crazy history with, but got out. Damn.
You okay?
Bugs?
Gnats.
Yeah, you got to fix that.
These North Carolina bugs.
Get that done.
Playing.
Yeah, that might be the only thing that has been negative is the amount of bugs.
Yeah.
So Dre, I got a chance to know him this year as teammates. Man, one of my favorite teammates I ever played with because we're wired the same, right? As far as competitive edge, wants to win, and that's not for everybody.
You two got along. That was the big story whenever you got traded up there, right?
It's always a story. Always a story.
Well, you've been in the league for 20 years, so obviously.
It's got to be something.
Yeah.
You guys, did you punch him in the face first practice, Jordan Poole?
Hell no.
Run it back.
But what we did, though, is we went to dinner. We went to lunch. As soon as I got traded, I sent him a text. You know what I mean? Yo, we need to talk. That's what adults do.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You don't talk through the media. You let all these people make up whatever story they want to. And I mean it when I say it's one of my favorite teammates I ever had in my career.
Where'd you guys go get lunch? What'd you order?
Wouldn't you like to know?
I would.
Yeah.
I want to know what the vibe was.
You want to know what the vibe was?
Was it like a sandwich place? Was it like a cafe?
It was
Steakhouse?
Hotel Bel Air.
Ooh.
Okay.
Oh, you NBA guys. I forgot. I forgot the NBA guys. Yeah. Living good. We got a couple steaks. What do?
It was lunch, man.
I don't know what you guys do. You rich guys do.
You can eat steak.
Rich guy, you just broke the bank. What you talking about?
A couple times.
Right.
Yeah, AJ, but it was good lunch. It was a good lunch, we're saying?
I like that Eastside Golf shirt you got on, too.
Yeah, you see me? Yep.
Yeah.
I love their stuff. Everything they have is pretty solid. But so you're entering your 20th season, correct?
Yep.
19 years ago, how is the league different from when you walked in 19 years ago? I always went not only schematically and how the pace of play, but how are the guys different? What's the locker room like now compared to that?
Hey, football, that's a big difference now.
Yeah.
Big difference.
Basketball it is, too. But I'll tell you this, the guys are a lot more talented.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like, seriously.
Everybody can shoot, huh?
Everybody can shoot. The athleticism. It's just cool to see. You know what I mean? To see what these guys can do when they come into the league that it may have took me years to understand or realize, right? Because the pick and roll, all this stuff, these kids are already snaking the pick and roll. I ain't do the Euro step, I think, till the 2008 playoffs. Right. I don't think till the 2008 playoffs against the Spurs. And now, my son, 15, he was doing it when he was 8. You know? So the league is in good hands, I'll tell you that much.
Okay. Are guys still tight? Are locker rooms as tight as they once were?
Yeah, locker rooms are tight, but as y'all know, everything has changed with cell phones and
people got. Yeah,
did you guys used to go out?
People have people too.
So NFL locker rooms.
Yeah.
There's a good old saying that some really smart man said that teams come together around a keg a lot more than they do kale, right? So football, I feel like a massive piece of the team building was actually going out together, having a good time. Obviously, you have Mormons and stuff that won't drink, but at least they're there. having a good time.
Yeah.
Then the cameras on phones kind of changed everything in the football culture. And I think that is a little bit of a difference in the generation. The NBA guys, did you guys used to go out?
It changed. And I'll be straight with you, like, look, players and everybody having our podcasts and our ways to tell our stories or whatnot.
Good.
I just think we always got to be able to tell our stories without telling everything. You know what I mean?
Yes.
Like some of those team bonding events or whatnot, drinking or whatnot. You know what I'm saying? Like sometimes that's where you build camaraderie.
Yes.
But now I think, a guy, you just never know if a guy is going to cuss this guy out or something like that, because 4 years from now, he's going to hear somebody talking about it.
Well, especially with
podcast.
you. Like the Clips show just came out. The Clippers
my God.
show around that entire thing. And
my God.
one of the is that something you think about? Like, hey, are they going to tell all these stories during our time of
Well,
the
it's
locker
funny.
room?
I'm going to keep it 100 with you. Me and my wife watched the first episode, right? And it was kind of cringy, right? Honestly, because you got somebody who's telling their vantage point of
Perspective. One
stuff.
perspective.
Yeah, one perspective.
Like you're a part of the show. Like Chris Paul is a character in the show. Yeah.
Yeah, and I seen my wife kicking it with Donald Sterling's wife, and I was like, what? That ain't never happened. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And being in the production space and knowing how movies,
Yes.
work and all that. And then it's funny, man. My brother saw like the credits or whatnot, saying let's just say it was crazy.
Who's playing you? Are you pumped about who's playing you? Handsome enough?
It's better than Steph Curry and Klay Thompson. We know that. Whoever did that, it was taking a shot.
But people got a job to do or whatnot. I mean, it's a show.
Do they ask you? They consult with you at all?
No. I actually seen Blake a few weeks ago somewhere. Well, I don't know where I seen Blake, but we talked about it. Like JJ, we talked. Like DeAndre Jordan, I talk to DJ about it every day. You know what I mean? So I have no idea what's going to be on that show or whatnot, but we lived it and we sort of know the real.
I'm excited to get your takes on it on the podcast. Hopefully, you'll be able to kind of either dispute it. That's like Showtime with the Lakers.
Bingo.
That show, like, we started watching it because I'm like, oh, this is a documentary. I'm watching a documentary right now of what happened, and then like every person that was portrayed in that thing was like, that's not how it was.
I watched that too because I was interested in seeing what it was. When I watched the clip, that first episode or whatnot, I seen that white party that we was at. Y'all seen it? Who seen it?
I didn't watch it.
Just seen the clips. I haven't seen the full episode.
Oh, okay, yeah. It was like a white party that
Introducing
we
Doc.
was at.
White party?
Yeah.
Like, Donald Sterling's having white parties?
They didn't have a white party when I was there, so that.
So Donald Sterling said, you're only allowed to wear the color of the skin that I like. Is that what he said?
You wild. What else y'all got?
Okay.
What else we talking about?
so
y'all got Bojangles up here.
Hey, you know Bojangles?
Do I?
You know Bojangles?
There's a Bojangles right down the street from my house.
He's 20 years in. I don't think he's going to be eating
Well, yeah,
biscuit.
but he worked out this morning.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
I did.
You earned that
chicken
biscuit.
biscuit.
Did
You
y'all
earned
have it? Did y'all try it?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, but
Did you get some sweet tea?
wheat tea?
What's it called? They call it
Sweet tea.
Wheat tea?
Sweet.
You talking about wheat tea?
Knock it off.
Well, you Southern people, speak a little bit slower. It's hard to keep up. Let's talk about the future of the NBA.
Yeah.
Because Ant-Man was just getting crowned. Boom, boom, boom. That became the conversation of the playoffs. It's like the NBA has its next phase. It's Anthony Edwards, the way he goes about doing his thing. And then Luka seemingly heard that and was like, what are we even talking? Is that something that in locker rooms chatted about? And how do the OGs kind of manage the conversation about who's the next one? And how do we find the next one? And is there a next one?
Yeah, I don't think it's just the next one, right? Like all these guys be so good in their own right, and I think with the way media works today, you're only as good as your last game.
Oh yeah.
Right? So everybody would be talking about Luka 1 minute, then Shea started killing, and everybody was talking about Shea.
Yep.
Then it's Anthony Edwards, then it's the next person. You know what I mean? Everybody was in love with JT. You know what I mean? Just a second ago. So I think for those guys, they just got to keep their head down, keep doing the work.
Who do you like?
Who do I like?
Yeah.
I like a lot of the guys in the league.
How about
right
Wemby?
now.
That's just different.
Oh man,
Yeah, you wanna go play with him?
Wemby is different. Wemby is the guy that after the game in the locker room, we all was talking about playing against him because we literally all had to change the way we shot a little bit.
Yeah, because there's highlights of like Steph Curry driving into the lane, having a wide open shot and being like, nah.
It wasn't just Steph. It was half the league.
It was legit a 45-second clip of like 10
Yeah,
stuff.
you saw that, right?
Yes.
So
yeah.
my favorite shot, obviously, is when I snake back to the right and I shoot a fadeaway, right? And I got a picture of Wemby trying to block my shot. Man, I shot the ball so high, I didn't make it because I usually don't have to shoot it that high. You know what I mean? But I think he's going to be so successful too because he's very competitive and he's likable. right? And he loves the game, and you don't see guys that size moving the way he moves.
They've been preparing him in his body. He's been doing like foot and
And
ankle.
y'all seen that? You seen how flexible and all that
They've
stuff?
been doing it since he's like 12 years old, I guess.
Man. They knew something.
Yeah, well, I don't know how tall he was then, but right now you look at him and you're like, oh, that's something that's different. Right?
Yeah.
That one's an alien.
There's another one over there too. That's like 12 years old, 13 years old. He's already 6'10".
You seen that too? Huh?
Oh yeah.
Oh, you own it over there.
Dialed in.
Hold on, we got one too though. USA just beat Belize by 96 points. Did you see that? Our U18 team?
No, I didn't see that.
USA beat Belize by 96, 150 to 56. Not 54.
Got a 7'3" white kid. Yeah, there he is.
There he is, right there. 150 to 54, right there.
dang.
USA versus Belize. Bigger TV to your left.
He's 7'3" already?
Oh,
Yeah.
man.
Okay.
He's going to Purdue. He's going to dominate the Big Ten.
We need to see if we got that picture. Y'all know how I know him? Y'all know when we met?
Where? Down in Bahamas.
And down in the Bahamas.
Yeah, you and Del
Do
Curry.
you see this right here?
Oh, at the golf thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, the golf tournament. He was the only one out there playing golf with no shoes on.
Yeah, well,
Hitting bombs. No
thank
shoes
you.
on.
Thank you. I appreciate you saying hitting bombs because you and Del Curry were making me putt out 3-foot putts.
Yeah.
And I did not make all of them. But that was a blast down there. You've always been involved in like seemingly everything business-wise. That's why like with how busy you've had to be to maintain such a good career 20 years through, you should be incredibly proud, Chris. I'm good. Now, I also heard, straight out of Wake, I just got the text message here. You got a new vegan snack with
Plant-based snack line. Yeah.
So vegan, you don't want me to say vegan?
Plant-based, whatever you want to say.
Chris Paul is a vegan, and he has a new snack with Go Puff.
Yeah, I want you to try them.
Absolutely.
Somebody got them.
I mean, I'm a meat eater, have been since the beginning because the humans did that. We won.
Yep.
Hell yeah.
Look at these.
Oh, yeah, hell yeah.
I'll try them out.
Cookies and cream. Wait a minute.
What?
That's my shit.
Let's see. Try it.
So they're supposed to be sweets.
Throw me them too, eh?
What's his name?
AJ,
AJ, you look cool, bro.
give me another one.
Ooh. So it's a little popcorn with some flavoring, seemingly.
Tell me what you think.
Called Good Eatin' Popcorn. How long has this been around?
3 years.
3 years, okay.
years.
How are we doing?
Started from scratch.
Are we in stores?
We're on Go Puff. Go Puff right now. Go Puff is one of our partners.
Joe Puff is DoorDashable, I believe.
Oh, donuts are fire.
Yeah.
Hey, this one's really good.
These ones are the ticket.
Holy
Yep.
shit.
Hold on, this isn't healthy for me? How healthy is this? Is this gonna make me better at soccer?
I don't know about that. That was a nice pass you did yesterday, though. That was tough. That was tough. I'm sure y'all done showed it on the show, right?
Oh yeah.
Assist
Oh yeah,
yesterday.
Chris, we have shown it 100 times. Yeah, we will continue to do so. And as a point guard, I know you would appreciate it.
Man, listen. It's tough, though. I absolutely want to play when I finish playing, like when I retire. There you go, right there.
Yeah, pretty clean. Yeah, I was pretty pumped.
But, man, I can't say thank you enough for y'all being down here, man. Seriously, bringing the eyeballs here to North Carolina and the festival style that we have with all these games. Did you get it?
Yeah, it's the North Carolina football, baby.
I don't think you got
It's
it.
an awesome thing, dude. This whole entire complex.
Yeah.
It's unreal.
You guys have done great, and we can't thank you enough for kind of piecing it together, and also being the inspirational leader. Hey, how about that ref that said he hates you? What's that all about?
Man,
Hold on.
Listen.
As I was talking about you, because like business-wise, I like look at you and I'm like, Chris is able to do this and this and this.
You know what's
You're an
crazy?
inspiration. I want you to know, inspiration to me though, the way you handle your business.
Man, I
just like the
appreciate
bubble thing that happened with you and Bob, kind of piecing that together. Like, as a player, I want to let you know, I look at you as like a very inspirational business person. So whenever I hear that some ref comes out and goes, Chris Paul's a piece of shit.
Yeah, you know what?
I do not love that.
But I'm going to tell you, listen, it's probably a lot more to feel like that. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going to be honest with you, but that ref, I had to look him up when he said, what was his name?
We don't know.
Forget it.
I had
Yeah,
to
we
look him
Irrelevant.
up. He was in the league for a long time, and you probably can guess who one of his homeboys is.
Oh, Scotty.
But it was funny. He was probably mad that I didn't put him in that last State Farm commercial. The one with the referee.
That probably was the case.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yes.
I got that State Farm commercial with the referee.
Yeah.
And he probably wanted to be in it
No, but you work the refs a little bit?
all the time.
Yeah.
All the time.
And hold on, that's you and Scott Foster, right? Every time he refs your game, you don't win.
You said it.
No,
Stats say.
it worked the coaches too. I mean, Steve Kerr thinks that you think he's hilarious, and unfortunately, you don't think he's hilarious. If you recall that video of him walking off, you were with the Rockets still, right?
Yeah.
And Steve Kerr like made a joke, and he did the.
Oh, yeah, you did the
So good.
Oh, my God.
so good.
That's maybe the greatest gift.
That was in a playoff game. I think a lot of things with the refs too is like obviously I know the game. I'm on the competition committee, right? So knowing the rules, and of course you can say smart things a lot of times. You know what I mean? Sometimes they'll say stuff back, but yeah, that was interesting that he said that. He don't never see me though.
Out of nowhere too.
He don't never see me though.
So
shout out to my pops up there, my dad.
Really?
That's my dad right up there with the hat on.
Hell yeah, Mr. Paul. Hey, you done good, sir. You done really good. I know your grandpa very important too. I think the last time we chatted with you as part of your book, your grandpa, right?
Yeah.
First gas station
in North Carolina. Yeah, down in Winston-Salem.
Owned by a black guy.
Yep.
In North Carolina.
Yes, sir.
And you took a lot of his kind of messages, implement them yourself, became the person you are. Obviously, Dad. Look how handsome Dad is.
Wow.
Yeah.
Jade up too up there, no doubt. Are you not hot as shit, Dad? It is 1,000 degrees out here. I assume you're used to
He
it.
play golf every day to end in Y. He play golf.
How are you at golf? You still good?
Yeah, I could use some work. I had another hand surgery this season.
I didn't know that.
Yeah.
How is body? We're good.
Yeah. Did y'all see Torrey Holt? Did you see him? Torrey Holt was walking around.
His fingers look great, don't they?
Man, I had never seen his fingers.
Look at his left.
No,
Look at his pinky.
No,
Look at that pinky. No, turn that thing sideways.
I got like.
Yeah. Oh. They're about to puke.
Listen, I'm going to tell you right now, if you can get Torrey to come up here and show you his finger, it's turned that way.
Yeah.
We took a picture over there because I done had 5 hand surgeries. I got 16 screws in a metal plate in this hand, 15 screws in a metal plate in this hand. Thumb surgery after the 2012 Olympics, 2017 thumb surgery, and right after the NBA finals on my wrist.
Is that for basketball? I assume?
Basketball. It's all from stealing the ball.
You know the NBA NFL conversation that Austin Rivers started on our show?
Remind me. The one when JJ replied to him?
Yeah. Well, JJ was in the middle of a workout.
Took out contact.
He was a little jacked up. He was a little jacked up in that entire thing.
He was jacked up.
Yeah, he was a little jacked up. Just got out of a squat rack. I actually FaceTimed him immediately after he sent that. I was like, hey, he never said he would be a guy that'd be able to do it. JJ's breathing. Oh, I feel like an asshole.
God damn
Shit. But the NBA NFL thing, have you put much thought into that? I didn't know you had that many surgeries on your hands. Obviously, tough guy. I mean, that's how it goes. Everybody says you guys are soft, though. That's the big argument against NBA guys not being able to make it in the NFL. That's not me. I'm just telling you what the internet was saying about the conversation.
It's funny because you'll find a lot of football guys who used to hoop, and a lot of us used to play football, right? So I played varsity football as a freshman and sophomore in high school and played JV basketball. You know what I mean?
What position?
I love football. I played quarterback. I played middle linebacker. I played Pop Warner since I was little. You know what I mean? Like I played Pop Warner, went to Orlando for the national championship. Like I was football. Like this is North Carolina, right? It's just crazy that once we started finding out all the stuff about, you know, getting hit in the head and stuff. My son wanted to play football, but I wouldn't let him. But I wouldn't be the basketball player that I am
if it wasn't for
if I didn't play football.
Yeah, you're a football guy.
Yeah, that's why I don't mind physicality or whatnot.
Yeah, that's why the refs hate you. You're a football.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm actually happy to hear that. Austin Rivers needs to maybe listen to what was just said.
Yeah, well, that's the thing. Like Chris, he just said he played middle linebacker and quarterback. Austin Rivers, you know, he went out there, put the pads on for 10 minutes, got yelled at, and then cried and went home to his dad.
That's a true story.
That's what he said.
Oh, that's what he said?
Turn on our show.
Not to cry and went home to his dad, but I assume that was on the
my
back
dad
end.
laughing because that wasn't happening. You know, we was playing bull in the ring. You know what I'm saying? Boom! Yeah, you getting out. We played throw up tackle in the backyard. It's all that.
So the new era NBA, not really like that, right?
Y'all don't know
that you have.
Yes.
Now you obviously compared to normal humans, tall. Basketball, though, beginning of your career, I assume, looking up at everybody. Now it feels like size is getting a little bit lower because the skill and the speed and shooting. Do you think
that's crazy? I never thought about that, but you. Man, kind of right to a certain extent.
Journalist.
It used to be a power forward and a center, but now with all the shooting, like every size is interchangeable.
When you watch Steph shoot, he's the one who changed it all.
Yeah.
Steph's the one who changed it all.
Yeah.
When you watch him do his thing, is there anything other than like the guy's just a magnificent shooter that makes him be in the conversation of one of the GOATs of all time?
I mean, I'll tell y'all, and I can say this to y'all because y'all are athletes, right? When you showed up before the game and you was kicking the ball, I don't know how far.
Forever, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You can say, yeah.
Like people don't. You can say forever. You know what I'm saying? When you was kicking the shit out the ball, it's the preparation.
Yeah.
Right?
It doesn't just happen.
It doesn't just happen, and I think that's what I appreciated about playing with Steph this year. Obviously, Steph is from North Carolina too. You know what I mean? So I've known him for a long time, but for us getting a chance to prepare before the games, work out together and train, that's the thing that you appreciate about a guy's, because everybody just think, oh, he just show up and shoot. Hell no.
Yeah, there's a lot of work to get there.
A lot of work. It's a lot of prep that goes into it.
And a lot of sacrifice, too. A lot of parties you miss, a lot of events you miss while you're trying to put up shots and make the hoop bigger.
This was my 5th year living away from my family, right?
Damn.
Yeah. So my kids stay in L.A. My wife and my kids stay in L.A. the last 5 seasons while I've been in my NBA city, strictly because they had moved too much, right?
Yeah.
They were moving too much. Remember, I was in L.A., then I went to Houston. I was real far out in Houston. Then my 2nd year in Houston, I moved closer. Then I went to OKC. And my parents did a great job with me and my brother in that I grew up with the same group of friends, right? Lived in the same house. I was fortunate. But for my kids, I just wanted them to have some stability.
Yeah.
So even though I love what I do, that's the hardest part now.
Yeah, consistency is a big deal, I think. You know, for the rest of their lives, they'll take it with them.
Yeah.
That's like coaches' kids. I don't know how they do it.
Yeah.
Like football, they're moving every year.
And it's crazy. As much as I love basketball, right, I love it. And most people be like, man, you gonna coach. You gonna coach.
There's a fight. Chris, this is your tournament.
Get out there, Chris.
Chris, this is your tournament. You got guys throwing hands.
I had to do that yesterday. I had to run out on the field yesterday and break up a fight yesterday. But
as much as you love basketball, there is some downfalls, obviously.
Well, everybody always tell me I'm a coach, right?
Yes.
And I would love to. I actually coach my AAU team during the summer, but I just don't want to miss as much as I've missed already.
Every Hall of Fame speech in the NFL starts with guys saying, to my wife, thank you so much for everything you did. And to my kids, I know I wasn't around as much, but I hope you understand what Dad was. That is literally a big piece of it. You're away a lot. And it's not just when you're at games or practices. It's like when you get home and you got to figure some shit out that you're also not present. So for you for doing that for 20 years at the highest level, you should be incredibly proud of yourself.
Appreciate it, man. You got a little one, right?
Yeah, 13 months.
13 months,
Dude,
right?
it's awesome.
I'm flying back to LA tomorrow morning for my daughter's graduation and coming back Saturday night so I can be here for the finals on Sunday and Monday.
You're a good man, Chris. We appreciate you.
There's a lot of other people that do that stuff too. You know what I mean? But
there's a lot of people that just don't fly back either. Yeah, they went and got smokes at the gas station. Yeah, you know.
Later.
Yeah, never came back. Good eating pop. This is delicious.
Dude, tortilla.
You got one here. AJ, you got one here. This is really good.
This nacho cheese.
Donut tots.
Keep it low.
that was good.
Had to keep it low.
What a
From a lot of cornhole played in my day.
What time you game tonight?
7.
7:15.
7:15.
Is there a run rule, Chris? Because I think they might run rule them like 15, 18, nothing.
Yeah.
Is there like a mercy
Oh,
rule?
because y'all playing Burnley?
Yeah.
And they suck, dude. They're bad. How'd you let them in here?
They're trying to
Y'all
put their
sick,
one
man.
20 points on them.
Y'all sick.
They're like the worst team in the history of TST.
Listen,
Forced like a charity case here. All right, fine. We'll put in JJ's team.
JJ gonna find a way to make it competitive.
I don't think so, because we got that guy right down there with the hat on.